Welcome back. It's Motor Trend Radio. I'm Allan Taylor. Our show brought to you in part by Bridgestone. Your passion, our journey. Also thanks to Kenwood. Listen to the future. Kenwood stereos. Look at them yo-yos. That's right. It's Motor Trend Radio. Joining us today, a special guest for this show. Don't get to see him very often on the radio, because I'm seeing you on the radio right now, Dennis Pitzenbarger.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
That's right. Are you picking up what I'm laying down?
You can see us on the radio. If you go to ernlive.com, you can actually see us on the radio.
Yeah, there's some video there. That's right.
You are seeing me on the radio as if I'm smelling what you're writing.
Okay.
It's early, guys.
Tim Messer, I'm Allan Taylor. Joining us, Napa. Napa Auto Parts, everybody. Brandon Wilson, sales manager. Napa, you guys support Hot August Nights, I take it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we partner with the local auto parts here. You know, Napa Auto Parts has mostly independently owned stores.
Right.
So here, a man named David Finley owns about 5 stores in the Reno area. And this is our second year sporting Hot August Nights, and we went big. We're outside of Grand Sierra, got a 53-foot race hauler that we've kitted out with about 7 different vehicles. We have the Chip Foose car that you guys probably saw an overhauling out there. We got an OCC bike. And all kinds of cool vehicles, NASCAR out there too.
Nice.
Thank you.
I was wondering what we need to do is next year, if Napa, because it's the good stuff, as you guys put it, we need to get Ron Capps out here and do one run right down the middle of the strip.
I heard you talking about that. I was like, we need to call Ron Capps and do arm drops.
That's what I'm talking about. You get 8,000 horsepower nitromethane burning funny car to go right down the middle of the strip. That will be epic.
That's right. You know, Ron Capps was in Sonoma a couple weeks ago and won that event. And we did a dinner with him. He said, you know what? You know, other people love coffee in the morning. He likes nitromethane. You know, get that eyes watering and nose running.
I had Ron Capps on the show. That was about 4 or 5 years ago, and there was a competitor of his that he was up against on right before him. And so they called in on their cell phone separately. And I said, hey, Ron, by the way, I don't remember who else was on, because it just came to me. I said, you know, so-and-so said that your feet smell. And I said, you want me to send him a message? What is he? And I started this like war on the radio show.
By guys.
I just said, he said on the national radio, your feet smell. You have stinky feet. What's up? And he started laughing, right? And he goes, yeah, well, you tell him. And it's like these guys are just funny, fun-loving guys.
That was the lead he was smelling. That's what it was.
It was his own.
But Napa, you know, Napa uses racing as a way to publicize what they do. And, you know, guys are thinking parts. You know, you think, well, I got to get down to the local speed shop and get this or that. Napa carries most of that stuff. I was in the store yesterday buying a battery for my 1953 Seata, which is a car nobody knows, and it's pretty rare. I'm going on a rally tomorrow, and the battery was kind of weak, and you guys had it. I mean, you had what I needed to have.
You know, and a buddy of mine had a Napa Auto Care Center, and I believe he's still a Napa Auto Care Center. I haven't talked to him in a while. But I said to him, so why'd you do that? He goes, you know what? You connect yourself with a good brand.
Yeah.
They stand behind their brand. They stand behind their parts, because so often the mechanic shop gets screwed. When they go down to the auto parts store, if they go down to a generic auto parts store, brand new parts have problems. You probably see this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brand new, out of the box. So the guy puts it on, all in good faith, because ultimately he's getting paid for his time, making a little on the auto part, but getting paid for his time. Then the problem becomes, you know, his problem, because bad part, he's got to take it off, lose the time. So my friend said, I became a Napa Auto dealer because Napa Auto Care Center, because Napa has really good quality. And to hear that from a mechanic is the best endorsement, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the number one thing.
The guy's like ASE Master Certified and like 12th degree black belt in mechanics, you know?
Yeah.
You have to picture that for a minute, right?
Yeah, you know, especially those guys hearing that's a tremendous compliment. And auto care, I'll tell you this, we have over 13,000 auto cares. So you think of like Starbucks, right? There's 13,000 Starbucks, you see them everywhere. And we're trying to do that with Napa
no
Auto Care.
idea. 13,000?
They're all over. They're all over.
Wow.
And there's a national
You need to get some
warranty.
better signage or something. Because I had no idea that there's that.
We try and keep pushing that. You know, keep pushing the brand that with our national warranty, peace of mind warranty, you're covered. You got good parts, but in case something goes wrong.
Here's the deal. You do Route 66. You drive from Chicago to Los Angeles or the other way around. You're never more than an hour or two away from a Napa Auto Parts store. Right, driving Route 66 from Chicago to Los Angeles. I've done it several times. You guys are there to cover us if anything goes wrong.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is they're independently owned. That's kind of more our thing.
Right.
Nationally known, independently owned. These are people in small business association members. Chamber of Commerce. That's what we're supporting. And that's kind of like just with Hot Dogs Nights, man. This thing's huge, but you still get a hometown feel here.
I think, though, that, Dennis, you got a point there,
Well, I just
a drag race down the strip right here on
I'm just saying, 8,000 horsepower, nitromethane burning. I mean, the thing about it is it cuts down on nose hair trimmers. Because there's no reason to have one. I mean, I only run methanol on my cars, and that right there will water your eyes for 15 feet.
Peterson did that back in the 50s. They went on to Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh yeah, TV Tommy Ivo would go down
Tommy
there.
Ivo and Donnie Nancy, and they fired these things up and went down and broke the windows of the shops along the street. With these,
that would be such
and
good,
this was
right?
back in the 50s. And it was a major chaos.
Have you seen a big upsweep? We try not to talk about the economy too much, but obviously we've gone through a few tough years. The automotive industry, to some degree, is almost bulletproof from it because people need to keep their cars on the road. Have you seen an upsweep, or an upswing, excuse me, in auto parts sales due to a lot of people doing it themselves?
Yes or no answer?
Yes.
There you go. It's happening. Because I got 10 seconds before we get run over by a hard break. Broadcasting from Hot August Nights, it's Motor Trend Radio. Clear.